All the other girls with their pumped up kicks, you better run, outrun my bullets. Ardmore, Richard, Memory. Hi, everyone. I know I have everyone right now. Oh, sunburn, freezer burn, choking on the ash. Okay, why is this stupid? Of a rattlesnake. VM, hello Neil, hello Art, sup VM, says Ardmore. Here I am with my tea. VM, nothing much. How have you been, Art? You back at work since your injury? Yeah, Art, how you feeling? Jeff, hi Richard. Hope you're having a good day. VM, Neil, what do you think is the best food you've reviewed? Um, in and out. Tastes a lot more salty to me now, but as in your most favorite or most worthwhile? Again, probably in and out. Memory the fisherman. What do you think about the running Venezuela? Well, that's not going to go well. I mean, dude, like there is a certain charm to collecting dictators like their Pokemon. I certainly could make you a list, but it's just one of those things that, yeah, we should probably be there to stabilize the country, but I mean, it's just going to mean a lot of American troops. Ardmore, few more weeks, and I'm starting physical therapy. Class 365. Why don't people just take better care of themselves? I don't understand. And then they want to complain about why they have health issues. If you don't take care of one health and then you end up with health issues, you made the bed so you sleep in it. I don't want my tax money being used to public hospitals to help people that should have taken care of themselves. Well, don't you sound like a bitch? Ardmore, you barely make anything, class. Pat Saint. Hi, Richard. I haven't seen you in a while. How have you been? Working, bro. Class, I miss Saturday morning cartoons. This crap the kids have today is absolutely garbage. Well, I have no argument for you there, but you do know those cartoons still exist and you can go watch them. They're on YouTube, most of them. Angry Man Today. Hello, friend. I must confess that I just woke up with a chubby and need someone to jack Material, thank you for that. Oh, why am I so sexy to other men? Finn Germaz. I'm pronouncing that wrong. Do you have any top picks for the NFL playoffs? No. Um, Mojo. Well, I don't make enough class, and I also don't get any assistance while having a disease. Shit, some people are born sick. PM, class is perpetual whiner. Grow up, buddy. Sounds like it. Class, how am I a bitch? Because I don't believe in giving out free handouts to people that make their own choices in life. Being an adult is accepting responsibility for your own actions. Yes, but we lay down the groundwork of our diseases in childhood when people should be looking after us. Class, I'm a bitch. Yes, you are, because I work hard to take care of my own and I take care of my own health. I'm not one of these crybaby, lazy ass Americans that want to live off other people's hard earned money. Ardmore, good, let them, you do you. Oh, first off, class, we weren't talking about health care. So it's kind of bitchy that you brought it up to begin with. And secondly, dude, like that's just not how the world works. I'm working 80 hours a week. Okay, that's my baseline, by the way. Assuming I pick up no overtime, 80 hours a week. That's my schedule. And it's like, yeah, any idea how much it would cost if I were to, like, I could really wind up getting hurt from that. So, like, oh, I can afford health care. I'm going to fucking need it. Pat Saint. I can't afford groceries, so I've been living off my own. Zedival Zoots. That's good fiber. Class, if you can't afford groceries, then maybe you should get a better education and then get a better job or start living below what means you do have. Dude, I know a person with a master's degree who makes less money than I do. So no, class, that is bullshit. Education is supposed to be an exit to poverty. Poverty is not supposed to be a bar to education. Where is this class guy from? I mean, apparently you guys know him. Unified, you like Minecraft? Or Microsoft? No. VM, if you can't afford groceries, then how, TF, can you afford a better education? You tard. Yes, class. Explain. Class, yeah, it's different when there is justified reasons that why I believe in taking care of my own family. I still don't think that my income should go to take care of others. Well, it's not your choice, is it? Class, you should have your own family to take care of you. Well, my family abandoned me. I mean, I tried to go to college. My family's like, no, you need to drop out. We don't want to pay for that shit. VM, class is a so brain dead. I won't be surprised if he's a magatard. On the contrary, would be very surprised if this man did not own at least 3 MAGA hats. Ardmore, yo, Rich, how much spend on lunch? Um, well, what I did today, maybe you could call it dinner, I guess, as I went to the store and I actually got packets of turkey, and they were like $1 each. And I tore a bunch of them open and split them with my cat. So I guess I had $1 worth of turkey. It was on sale. Class, okay. It's exactly how the world works. Class, you're a bitch. You're still a bitch. Hold on, I want to read this bitch's comments. Okay, so let's see, where was he? It's exactly how the world works. Okay, so you make an income, you're still responsible for yourself. Beavis. Hey, bud. Nice to see you again. Not really saying very Beavis-y things at the moment, are you? Pat Saint, how are the cats? Nimbus is eating better. She's still thin, but class. You can't go to a public library and start reading to learn a specific skill. Therefore, the education and the skill can be acquired for free at public libraries. But you can't. Like, look, I am way more qualified by education to conduct psychotherapy than any therapist I've ever met. But I need a degree for that. I need a master's. So, no, that's not how it works. And I can't just take the test. There's a test. I can't just take the test and have them say, okay, you know your shit. It doesn't work that way. I have to pay for the classes. So, no, education is not free. Ardmore, class filled with hate. He's filled with hate and Republican semen. Like, so he's gay? No, he's not gay. He's Republican. I don't understand and I don't want to know. Again, forgive me, guys. This computer is rather old, and it's not. Class. Yeah, I really thought my money is mine, and I don't want it to go to helping other people. Okay, yeah, well, I mean, unfortunately, we have income tax. And I don't have a problem paying income tax. Pat Saint, your family abandoned you? Ha ha ha, that's hilarious. My family would never do that. They love me. My family was parasitic. Ardmore, nice, good job. Class, okay, so he has a master's degree, he makes less money than you. How is that my fault, and why should my money go to help him? My money is mine, and it's for my family and us alone. Again, not a decision you get to make. Okay? Voice your opinion at the ballot box. And it's a she, Beavis, and she's a vet, so shut up. AGL, my dog died and I'm suffering from crippling depression. I have her urn and said I sleep beside it on my table. Oh. Oh, not gonna lie. Dude, that's rough. I still miss my dog. My brother doesn't miss him. My brother hated him. And it wasn't my dog either. It was my sister's dog, which, long story. But yeah, I mean, no one's ever going to love you like your dog. You want proof? Take your wife, take your dog, lock them in your trunk, come back an hour later, and see which one's happy to see you. Oh. Negratifilmolik. What's happening? Not much. Omega Tony is God. Cats are not a good replacement for women. Agreed. Cats are not a replacement for women in any way, shape, or form. I mean, dude, like, no, don't get me wrong. I love my cats, but, also love a good, well, you get it. VM class probably wants America to be a Christian nationalist country, but refuses to follow Christ's teachings and help his fellow man in their time of need. Zeddy Volzoots, my family is all aardvarks. Well, that must be fun. Class, absolutely guarantee you that no one in this chat knows anything about me. Um, well, I'd start asking questions, but I'd almost guarantee that you're going to start lying. Neg Brett Filmilik. Saw you revisiting the Family Guy first episode. What's your favorite adult animated show? Probably South Park for me. Archer would be my favorite adult show. Particularly this season where they copied Alien. Funbeak will destroy you! But yeah, I get so many Peter Griffin comments, and I've never been a fan of Family Guy. I just see clips of it on YouTube, so I went and I watched that episode. And basically, what I'm doing is that I'm going through the shows. I'm going through shows, and I'm like, okay, do people want to watch me review these shows? Like last night, I reviewed the first episode of Star Trek: The Next Generation, and tonight I intend to review the first episode of Robotech. BM Class 365. Where did it go? We already know enough that you're a tard. We need to pick up a book or two before you spout nonsense. VM, there are plenty of racist, idiotic books out there. So, class, well, sorry that your family abandoned you. Sucks to be you. I had a very caring family, and I care deeply for my. You sound like you care deeply for the truck drivers you blow on the weekend, dude. I mean, seriously. Omega Tony is God. Education is overrated. Entrepreneurial siphoning of money is the way to do it. Class, Mega 100%. Yeah, Megatard. Memory the Fisherman. Class a troll. VM. I friggin' called this guy was a mega troll. Yeah. Class, not a troll, but I'm 100% and mega. Dude, you started a conversation on healthcare. I don't remember what we were talking about before then at this point, but, it's like, look, all the big boy countries except for America have healthcare, universal healthcare. It's not a question, it's an inevitability. Class, not a troll, but yes, read that. Omega Tony is God. Look at the Somalians. They did it right. With help, of course. Class, and you're just pissed off because the Republican Party always wins, and we always will. Yes, little bitch. You always win. That's why Barack Obama was president. Beavis, my dog died on Christmas Day. What a shitty time to go. Ardmore, lol, Richard, don't even know what you're laughing at. Beavis, I just cried. Yeah, that's perfectly normal, too. She popped on the floor pooped on the floor, and right before the dog passed, I kneeled and said, we love you, and you're not my friend, you're my family, and we always did love you. Ardmore, I'm sorry to hear that, bro. Beefus. Class, I am a Republican. I do support Donald Trump. At least I know where I belong. Sorry, at least is our party. Most of our people have loving families and are hardworking and have money and homes. Yeah. Um, you don't have empathy. You know, the fact that you were raised in an environment where people were there for you doesn't mean that people that weren't raised in that environment should have to suffer. You know, it takes all kinds to create a world. And I mean, you know, the dude that puts a knife in your back and takes your wallet is not going to care what your fucking family thinks about you. So we need a society that promotes a world where he doesn't have to do that to eat. You know, that's just how it is. Beavis, no effing wonder I didn't want anything for Christmas. You know, my work called me and they go, "Did you really request overtime on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day?" And I said, "I'm not a Christian. I don't celebrate Christmas. It's just a day to me." And I mean, I didn't have any parties to go to or anything, and you guys weren't going to be live streaming with me, would you? Donkey the AI. Believe me, Donkey, if it were me, you'd be dead. Oh. Hi, everyone. S. Vision. Hi, Richard. How do you feel about coconut moisturizer? I think the cocoa butter stuff is pretty good. I mean, I do understand everybody's skin is different, so I mean, you got to find what works for you. I don't much care for any moisturizer with a strong smell, you know. S. Vision. Well said, Richard. Dr. Balls. Yeah, it's Leland. Allie the AI. Hi, everyone. Beavis. By the time you read this, my last message, I already left. There is a delay in the already left. Just went to say goodbye. I'll catch on the next live stream. Yeah. But you know, how do you deal with someone who's grieving? You don't want to be like, dude, Nim, are you breaking things? Or is that Nimbus? Oh, that's Nim. It's my fat old Nim. My Nim. Yeah. I love you, my Nim. Okay, go. Dr. Balls, steak and chicken. Memory the Fisherman. I made fresh spinach for dinner. It tastes better than canned spinach. Yeah, it does. Dr. Balls, medium rare steak and bread with butter. Did you guys know that Popeye was a real person, Popeye the Sailor Man? And he probably had an affinity for spinach because when he was a sailor, he died as a bouncer to a bar. But probably what happened was that he ate spinach on ship to prevent scurvy. Clyde Frog, Adventures of Nim is a great movie. Adventures of Nim, never heard of it. Secrets of Nim is the movie that Nim is named after. Memory the Fisherman, I heard that. Yeah. Dr. Balls, my favorite food is steak and bread. I prefer simple over quality. Steak and bread is simple, easy to make, yet tastes so damn good. Yeah, dude, I mean, there's quite a lot to be said for simple, you know. mean, why do we put cows in blenders and eat that? What's the point? Kez Trek. You know, when my grandmother was in her 20s, you could not get hamburger pre-made. You had to go to a butcher and have them make it for you. Uh, Sunburn, freezer burn, choking on the ashes of a rattlesnake. Dr. Balls, I don't celebrate Christmas either, but it doesn't mean I'm not Christian. Okay, technically speaking, Dr. Balls, if you celebrate Christmas, you cannot be a Christian. Technically. It's a pagan festival. Winter solstice. It's a pagan fertility festival. So, like Christmas trees and Santa Claus, they're not in the Bible for a reason. Why is my chat not updated? Oh, I see. Kezetrek, do you remember me? Not at present. Memory of the fisherman, steak is expensive. Beef steak is expensive. You could have pork steak, it's a thing. Mushroom steak, salmon steak. Kazatrzek, I love you. Huh? I'm 90% sure I have a foreign body in my foot and it's swollen. Kazatrzek, are you gay? No, I'm not gay. I have a profound love of booby than vagina. Are you sure? Yes, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. Unless you're Patrick Stewart, I'm not into you. I knew a guy who used to say he had a Patrick Stewart fetish. Applejack's McDonald's. Darn it. Clyde Frog. Pork steak has parasites. Well, you don't get to cook it rare. That is true. All the other girls with their... It's not the other girls, by the way. It's the other kids. With their pumped up kicks, you better run, outrun my bullets. You know, a friend of mine was telling me about a party I'm invited to at the end of this month. And he says that one of the Belushis is going to be there. And I'm like, really? Clyde Frog, not good for you. No, it's not. Dr. Balls, I'm only 4% Jew after my DNA test. The blue line review in 90% Hawaiian, while the red line review be 6% Korean. Well, I mean, my DNA test does not say Jew. It says Ashkenazi Hebrew. It's very specific on that particular point. Casa Tresk. Balls! Clyde Frog. Why would you... I don't know, kids. Drink me? Is that what that is? A drink? Oh. Dr. Balls, the DNA test that said Jew must mean my provider got it from the cartel in the South. Yes, well. I mean, look, guys, just to be clear, okay, if I were a rich man, I would have a Christmas ornament company. And the Christmas ornaments, the proceeds would go to charity. Okay. Because I'm that kind of a person, because I hate the concept of this ugly commercialized holiday. I mean, I would actually like something I would like to do. Santa's Village was a theme park here in California. And if I could, I would revive it, but I would actually have a Santa's workshop where they made handmade toys, and you could get handmade toys from Santa's workshop and handmade Christmas ornaments and whatever have you. Okay? And the reason for this is to give people work. Oh, it's a kitty. Yes. Yes, I love kitties. Kazatrek, you play Grand Theft Auto? No. Clyde Frog, you said I have to outrun your bullets, so I'm asking why you want to do that to me. It's a song, dude. It's a song about a school shooting, to be honest with you. I mean, you've never heard that song, you know. All the other kids with their pumped up kicks, you better run, outrun my bullets. They start whistling. Clyde Frog, but you said it me. What? No, I said all the other girls. You're not a girl. Kazakh Traz, nice talking with you. Yes. Yes. Now go wash your hands. I know what you've been doing while we were talking. Don't think I can't tell you were typing with one hand. I think Clyde's drunk. Then why is your name Clyde? I thought you were a dude. And I used the plural, girls. Jeremiah was a bullfrog, was a good friend of mine. Never understood a single word he said, but I helped him drink his wine. Yes, he always had a mighty fine wine. Clyde Frog is from South Park. I did not know that. Dr. Balls, I don't think using a bread roller is very effective. It doesn't fix my sad face the way it intended. Huh? Clyde Frog. Artemis Clyde Frog. Well, okay, so Artemis, the Greek, is used in English as both a male or female name. Just so you're aware. There's a male cat in Sailor Moon named Artemis. The Roman, I believe, of Artemis is Diana. Timestamp, but where were they going without? But where were they going without ever knowing the way? You know the road that they walked on was paved in gold. It's always summer, they never get old. Dr. Balls, if you are feeling sad, Richard, is there a fix you up nice live stream? He's going to fix your shitty day and tighten up all those loose screws. Well, my head's on loose, but my shoes are tight. Timestamp. Nailed it. Clyde Frog. Artemis was goddess of hunt, I believe. Um, Artemis has many symbols. She's most known for the moon, the stag, and the bow, if I'm not mistaken. But again, it's like there was a spacecraft in one of my novels called Diana, and she was named after the Roman version of the Greek goddess. Okay, and what she was an ice hauler, and it was like to transverse the solar system, Diana cried a river of light. Dr. Balls, Artemis is also a demon, which is why I threw away my great grandmother's Artemis statue. Can't be as ugly as my sister. I mean, it's like I know a guy that says he parties with Rob Zombie on the regular, and I'm like, you need to get him to make a movie about my sister. Maybe it'll be a little dark for Rob. Code Monkey have boring meeting. Boring manager Rob. Clyde Frog, that wasn't nice. What wasn't nice? Throwing out the statue? I can tell you nothing about my sister is nice. Code Monkey have boring meeting. Boring manager Rob. Managers say Code Monkey. Code is neither functional or elegant. What do Code Monkey think? Code Monkey think maybe manager ought to write goddamn login page himself. Dr. Balls, it's facts which concern safety and moral structure. What can you not? Why can you not like about your sister? The fact that she will steal anything she physically can from me, and has tried. I mean, she was paid for her part of the house I live in, and now she wants to sell the house, despite the fact that she was paid for it. She got $80,000 in 2 SUVs. My brother, $100,000. He still thinks he owns a part of this place. It's like, no, you don't understand. That money was supposed to be part of my inheritance. I didn't get my cut. You got paid. I didn't. End of conversation. Okay, now my nose is going again. And there are only 4 people in the chat, it looks like, and none of you are talking. So if you're in, I gotta talk. Clyde Frog, take her to claims court. Yeah, it's not a small claims court thing, dude. Do that. Deuteronomy. Bring a smile to the child inside of you. Small claims court is often used for businesses, but I think the limit's like 10 grand. Dr. Balls, that sounds unfair. I don't feel sorry for your sister. Look, at some point, my family got the impression that I should spend my life doing things for them. I don't know when this exactly happened, but it's like, I remember when I was in high school, I was throwing up all the time. And I got a sports physical, and the doctor said he needs a blood test. And my father just refused to take me. It was like, dude, your son is throwing up every day. He's turning blue and bleeding out of his fingernails. Something is wrong. But no. Man's like, no, it's all in your head. And so he refused to take me to the blood test. And then, like, when I was in college, he gave me a total of $800 for college. And then he tried to pawn a busted ass car off on me. I don't know. The man treated me like he hated me. Then he was upset when I stopped talking to him. Clyde Frog. Well, why not it go to probate then? The thing is, Clyde, that I need to. Well, it's going to be at least a $30,000 conversation to clear my house. So it's like, yes, there's a reason I'm willing to work 80 hours a week. And it's like, in my working 80 hours a week, I'm actually looking at other things I can do for YouTube. And it's like, yes, I was told that this was going to be a 6-month deal originally, but no, it turns out it's 4 to 6 weeks. But after 4 to 6 weeks of working 80 hours a week, I can no longer complain about not having the money for better computers. So it's time for me to put my money where my mouth is and start doing some things for YouTube and really pushing this. And maybe if I get everything running, I'll have enough money to be able to say, no, I'm going to fight you in court. But the thing you have to understand is that, like my brother was given $100,000. This was not intended to be his money, was intended to be the inheritance. So I should have gotten a third of that when my father passed away. But no, my brother just kept it. And my sister, yes, she got $80,000. And yes, that was supposed to be her payment for this house. But nobody discussed it with me. It was something I learned secondhand. So, it's going to be my word against hers. Dr. Balls, are you the youngest in the family? Yes, I am. Toot toot riot, throw back a bottle of beer. Toot toot riot, don't come through your coal black hair. Hey, bada diva. I'm getting more and more nasally. Clyde Frog, do you hunt, Richard? Exactly when would I have time to hunt? What exactly would you like me to kill? I mean, yes, okay. I would particularly enjoy hunting invasive species. I would go to Florida and hunt lionfish. I would hunt wild boar in America or in California, but I'm told we have some capybara and I think they're tasty. But I don't have time to hunt and I don't own a gun. Dr. Balls, if you need some quick cash try simplifying, find something in your house with low value and host a garage sale. I don't have time for that, and I'm always exhausted. So no. Like I say, dude, like this is my weekend. Okay, I only had an 8-hour shift today. Tomorrow, I have an 8-hour shift in the morning and an 8-hour shift in the evening, and then the next day I have an 8-hour shift in the morning and an 8-hour shift in the evening. Then I'm still gonna find out what my Wednesday and Thursday look like. Okay, but my Friday is going to be a 8-hour shift in the morning and an 8-hour shift in the evening. So I have 3 days where I do this nightmare shift. Or is it 3 days? Is it 4 days? I don't remember. And then 2 days out of the week, I only have an 8-hour shift. And then 2 days a week, I generally work either a 12 or a 16. One time, I worked a 12, a 16, and then a 12, which really sucked. Dr. Balls, can you hunt anglerfish? No, you cannot. They don't have any meat on them and they're too deep. You can catch them with the right equipment, but there's no reason to. They're ugly and you don't want to eat them. Pat Saint, would you eat one if your cats if you were starving and had no other choice? I think if it died first. I mean, I don't think I'd kill a cat for food, but I mean, most likely what'll happen is I'll die and the cats will eat me. And they'll have no problem eating me, and I'm fine with that. Dr. Balls, if you have 2 8-hour shifts out of a 24-hour, you still have 8 hours left to do what you want. Yes, and what I want is sleep. And no, you do not have 8 hours to do what you want. You forgot travel time. I mean, seriously, people, get this through your head. It's not easy. Speaking of sleep, guys, I should probably just let you all go. I mean, this is not a very lit live. We're not getting very far with this. Nobody's paying me. And I do have a limited amount of time to drink bourbon. And it's going to be cold. So you don't drink that bourbon, your fingers. Here's the thing, it's like at work. Pat Saint, please don't go. Please don't go. Dr. Balls, just ask your boss for a raise and more leeway because you are biological being. He does not care. Pat Saint, but I love you. $100 to stay. I'll believe it when I see it. Donald Trump, good day from Tasmania. Good day. Good day. Fake news. I really live in Tasmania where they have crawfish the size of lobsters. Yeah, guys, we only have 10 minutes left anyway. I'm feeling very nasally and tired of all this bullshit. Dr. Ball, Donald Trump, get this man a raise and a change against his boss for immoral injustice. Coach Mutteringle, what up, Richard? Not much, bro. Just be clear, Dr. Balls. I have 2 jobs. That's why I have this nightmare schedule. My first job dropped me to part time, and now they brought me back to full time while the other guard is out having a baby. And that's why she was supposed to be out for like 6 months to take care of the kid, but she's like, nah, I just need to pop it out. Once I'm done with that, I'll be back to work. And you're like, really? Coach, Rich, your thoughts on Chad Zimok? I do not know about Chad Zimok. You tell me, what's up with Chad? Yeah. This tea ain't doing shit. Clyde Frog, can you drink Berber and teach me, Richard? Drink Berber? Bourbon, you mean? The reason for bourbon is it's an excellent vasodilator. So, in certain temperatures, drinking bourbon will prevent the uncomfortableness of cold. Not all temperatures, but certain. Coach, Chad's all right. He's a comic that drinks early too much. Eh, Pat Saint, you must be making decent money. Yeah, with two jobs, I'm making pretty good money. Look, I never recovered completely from my time in the hospital. It cost me a lot of money, and then they cut my hours. So, like, I actually got an email from my bank saying, your balance went down in November, and I was like, yes, dude, because I was being trained for this new job. So now I have the new job, and I'm making money, and I'm working two jobs because that's just what one does. Clyde Frog, what kind of bourbon do that? Pretty much all whiskey is a vasodilator, but I believe bourbon is a stronger vasodilator. It opens up the blood vessels and allows greater circulation, which the greater circulation will prevent the discomfort of the cold. Do understand that this does not work when you're like really cold. It means that your body loses heat a lot faster. Pat saying, I live in a trailer. Well, okay. Sports jazz fan, have you jacked one lately? Seriously? Coach, what's your favorite drink? Beer, wine, whiskey? Um, I don't really have a favorite drink, but I mean, I'm most likely to have cream liqueur in my house because I only drink that on special occasions. I most commonly drink vodka, but I mean, it's like I only drink on camera. So you just watch my videos, you'll see what I'm drinking. Clyde Frog, buy rich, have a good Berber. That's it. You should buy a trailer. It's a good life. This is the kitty nose. I like kitty noses. I like it. All the other kids in the pumped up kicks. You better run, outrun my bullets. Coach, I watched some of your reviews to have a number one all time movie, Aliens. Aliens is my number one all time movie. Ugh. Oh. All right, guys, we're running out the clock. We got 5 minutes left. So final statements. Final statements. Come on. Pat saying, do you like the Predator movies? I like the first one. Crypto Jungle. Ha! Panic at the Retro, ready to go. Hope dangles on a string. Pat saying, remember Total Recall? Yes, I remember the first one. I did not see the remake. My mom is sleeping in the man who does my tax. Thank you for sharing. Okay. I'm feeling very nasally, and you people have stopped talking. So are we done then? Going once? Going twice? Okay. My mom is asleep. I have a black brother, and he looks like my mom, but not my dad. Um, I don't know what color you are, so like, why you got to specify? Look, just because your mom is sleeping around doesn't mean you're a bad person, okay? Your mom is your mom, not you. And just remember, ladies and gentlemen, we all came from Africa to begin with. Anyway, I am spent, so I am going to let you folks go. I'm Richard. Oh wait, KG, why are you talking with a lisp? Because I do that character every now and again. Don't be silly.